It's really uniquely India, and it tends to be the starting point for luxury travelers. That's a challenge for us as well, because we encourage visitors to get off the beaten track and explore more of the country. Once you decide which destinations to visit, the next decision is where to stay. Taj Lake Palace. Set in the middle of Lake Pichola in India's storied Udaipur region, Taj Lake Palace has long been praised as one of the world's most romantic hotels. It's almost hard to believe your eyes. The white marvel appears to float above the water, all the while surrounded by the majestic Aravalli mountains. Rambagh Palace. Featuring white marble corridors and red brick accents, the Rambagh Palace was used by the Maharajas of Jaipur in various capacities over the years, first as a handmaid's residence, then a hunting lodge, and finally a royal guest house. Umaid Bhawan Palace. Still a residence of the Jodhpur royal family, this meticulously restored palace from Taj Hotels makes an unforgettable first impression. Taj Falaknuma Palace. The jewel of Hyderabad, Taj Falaknuma Palace captures a gloriously gilded past. In its past life, the 19th century palace was the residence of the Nizam of Hyderabad. In fact, Princess Esra, former wife of the current titular Nizam of Hyderabad, worked closely with Taj Hotels during the careful renovation process. Sujan Rajmahal Palace. Located just outside of Jaipur, Sujan Rajmahal Palace is easily one of the most stylish hotels in India. Sujan the Sarai. A nostalgic outpost in the middle of the Golden Thar Desert, outside of Jaisalmer, Sujan the Sarai is a 100-acre oasis set amid dunes and starry night skies, promising memorable dining experiences and musical campfires. Sujan Jawai. In the heart of leopard country, Sujan Jawai provides an enthralling jaunt through rural Rajasthan. A special place is Sujan Jawai, which our clients always love, says Tyndall. The accommodations are really nice, the experience is great. You get to see leopards in a beautiful environment. It's the closest thing to an African safari in Asia. The Oberoi Vanayavilas, Ranthambore. Just adjacent to the Ranthambore National Park, in north-central India, the Oberoi Vanayavilas is the ideal base from which to explore the territory of Bengal tigers. While majestic beasts roam the reserve, travelers can take off on a safari or admire the views from the hotel's panoramic observation tower. Banjar Tola. A collection of 18 stylish tents across two separate campsites, Banjar Tola draws a steady stream of nature lovers. Set inside the Kanha National Park, the tented camp revolves around flora and fauna, with the highlight being the tiger, leopards, and bird sightings during game drives. Shamba Camp, Thixi. One of several beautiful nomadic tented camps run by the Ultimate Travelling Camp, Shamba Camp Thixi is located in the far north of India. Aman I Khas. With just 10 tented suites, Aman I Khas is among the most exclusive tented camp experiences in India. The oasis sits on the edge of Ranthambore National Park, surrounded by flora and fauna. On site, there's an outdoor fire pit, alongside a spa, swimming pool, and a romantic dining tent. Wildflower Hall, Shimla in the Himalayas, an Oberoi resort. A mountain getaway with views of the majestic Himalayas, Wildflower Hall is in a league of its own. Surrounded by nature at 8,000 feet above sea level, the grounds on which the colonial-style hotel stands on the grounds that was once the summer home of Lord Kitchener, former Commander-in-Chief of the Indian Army. Ananda in the Himalayas. An Ayurveda spa sanctuary in the heart of the Himalayas, Ananda stretches across the 100-acre Maharaja Palace estate. Inspired by colonial hill stations of old, guest rooms and villas combine classic furniture with floor-to-ceiling windows that overlook peaceful forests, the Ganges Valley and palace gardens. Aman Bah. A remote getaway in the foothills of the Aravalli Mountains, northwest of Jaipur, Aman Bah seems at home in its all-natural setting. The 37 suites and pavilions embody the best of Mughal architecture, showcasing incredible attention to detail in the latticed stonework, pink marble bed platforms, vaulted entrances, and lofty domed ceilings. Shakti Himalaya. Providing a unique scattered hotel concept, Shakti Himalaya comprises several village-style accommodations throughout the Himalayas. Rala Narli. Overlooking the tiny village of Narli between Jodhpur and Udaipur, Rala Narli was once used as a hunting lodge by the Jodhpur's royal family. Suryagarh. In the far northwest corner of India, Suryagarh sits on the edge of the Thar desert, providing an off-the-beaten-path experience for adventurous travelers. Alila Fort Bishangarh. Just opened earlier this year in the Aravalli mountain range of northern India, the blush-coloured Alila Fort Bishangarh was a beast to renovate. Led by Jaipur's own Sthapatya architects, the process took nearly 10 years from start to finish due to the building's organic floor plan and 10-foot thick walls. Taj Fort Palace. About a 3-hour drive southwest of New Delhi, Taj Fort Palace is hard to miss. The grand building sits atop a hill in the middle of a valley. Originally built by Prince Maharaja Bhawan Singh, the fort palace was left incomplete and abandoned after the ruler's unexpected death in the mid-19th century. Ramathra Fort. White marble, stone latticework, parapets, and sprawling ramparts. Ramathra Fort oozes history. The 17th century fort was originally owned by Thakur Bhai Pal, the son of the Maharaja of Kerala, and is still owned by the family. The hotel's rooms overlook the inner courtyards or the green farmland below, where travelers will find Kalaso Lake and Ramathra village. The Oberoi Amar Villas, Agra. Promising continuous views of the Taj Mahal just 600 meters away, the Oberoi Amar Villas is the place to stay in Agra. It's not an ancient property, by any definition, but the Mughal-style design and gold leaf accents certainly look the part of a royal residence. The Lodi Hotel. Located near the historic Lodi Gardens and Delhi Golf Club in south-central New Delhi, the Lodi Hotel is the definition of an urban retreat. I like the Lodi because it's more of a modern hotel, says Tyndall. You're going to see the palace, the tented camps and these other old-world type places during a longer India journey. So I enjoy this modern experience in Delhi. The Taj Mahal Palace. Few hotels in the world embody old-world glamour quite like the Taj Mahal Palace. Opened in 1903, the hotel was built by Jamsetji Tata, known as the father of Indian industry, and has been used to host Maharajas, visiting dignitaries, and celebrities over the decades. The Leela Palace, New Delhi. From the city's only rooftop infinity pool to the grand reception area, the Leela Palace, New Delhi knows how to spoil travelers. The Leela Palace is also really lavish, says Tyndall. It's built in the older traditional palace, but it's new and fresh. The Oberoi Grand, Kolkata. The favorite of Bollywood stars and international heads of state, the Oberoi Grand is impossible to miss. Dating back to the 1880s, the colonial-style property towers over the business district with a fresh white facade, balconies, and imposing columns.